Something is shifting, and the universe is making it impossible to ignore. Have you felt it? A sudden restlessness, waves of exhaustion, or unexplained tension in the air. This is no ordinary night. This is a cosmic warning. The moon, often seen as a silent observer, is sending signals that demand attention. Not a full moon, not an eclipse, yet its energy is rippling through the unseen realms, stirring something deep within. This is a rare celestial moment, one that could either bring clarity or chaos, depending on how you respond. Over the next 24 hours, the energy will reach its peak. Those attuned to the shift will recognize the signs: intense dreams, strange synchronicities, or a feeling of being pulled in a new direction. But for those unaware, it may manifest as unexplained anxiety, mental fog, or emotional turbulence. This is your chance to align before the energy locks in. Ancient wisdom teaches that lunar shifts like this are not random. They mark a turning point, a choice between breakthrough and breakdown. The veil is thin, and the moon's influence is pulling suppressed emotions, hidden truths, and unspoken messages to the surface. You might find yourself questioning relationships, sensing unseen forces, or feeling an urgency you can't explain. That's because something bigger is unfolding. This energy isn't just affecting individuals. It's moving through the collective, shaking up patterns and revealing what's been hidden. If you're not prepared, this shift could feel overwhelming. But if you tap into it the right way, it can be a launchpad for transformation. Before we go deeper, take a moment to align with this message. If you feel the energy shifting, it's not a coincidence. You were meant to hear this. Like this video to send your intention into the universe. Subscribe to stay connected to these divine messages, and turn on notifications so you never miss the signs being revealed. Share this with a soul who needs to awaken. The more we spread this wisdom, the stronger our collective energy becomes. The moon's energy is unstable. Why this time is different. The moon has always been a guiding force, a silent watcher influencing the unseen currents of life. But this time, its energy feels different. There is an unsettling shift in its rhythm, as if something is disrupting its usual pulse. Those who are sensitive to lunar changes may already feel the imbalance. The harmony that once existed between the moon's cycles and the human spirit is now fluctuating unpredictably. Some might experience waves of restlessness, while others may find their emotions swinging without explanation. This instability is not just a personal feeling. It is a sign of something larger unfolding. The moon, which has always held a steady, predictable influence over the Earth, now seems to be sending mixed signals, throwing off the natural flow of energy. One of the most noticeable changes comes from the tides, which are responding more dramatically than usual. The moon's gravitational pull controls the ebb and flow of ocean waters, but now these forces seem stronger, almost unnatural. Water, the element of emotion and intuition, is being stirred at a deeper level. People living near coastlines may witness unusual water movements, while others may feel this energetic turbulence within themselves. Just as the waves crash more intensely, individuals may feel pressure in their own bodies, tightness in the chest, sudden anxiety, or a strange sensation of being pulled in different directions. It is as if the moon's irregular influence is creating invisible waves inside, altering the way energy flows through the body. This disruption extends beyond the tides, affecting the natural cycles that keep the world in balance. Sleep patterns are becoming erratic. Some may struggle to fall asleep despite exhaustion, while others might wake up at odd hours with a sense of urgency or unease. The moon's disturbance is also influencing plant growth and animal behavior. Certain plants, which normally respond to the moon's phases, might show irregular blooming or sudden wilting. Farmers and gardeners may notice unexpected shifts in their crops, as if nature itself is confused by the moon's unstable energy. Even people who usually feel grounded may find their internal clocks malfunctioning, making time feel either sluggish or strangely accelerated. Beyond nature, technology seems to be reacting to this shift as well. Devices that usually work smoothly might start behaving erratically. Phones overheating, batteries depleting faster, and unexpected technical glitches appearing out of nowhere. Static electricity seems more intense, with people experiencing random shocks when touching objects or even other people. This suggests that the electromagnetic field surrounding the Earth is being affected by the moon's irregular pulses. As a result, those who are naturally attuned to energetic shifts may feel more drained, overstimulated, or even disoriented. The connection between lunar energy and electrical systems is becoming more apparent, showing that this instability is not just a mental or emotional shift. It is a force that is influencing everything around us. Even the moon itself appears different. Some may notice that its light feels sharper, colder, or strangely intense. Others might feel an almost hypnotic pull when gazing at it, as if it is calling out with an unspoken message. Shadows cast by the moon may appear more defined or distorted, creating an eerie atmosphere. For those who are spiritually aware, this change in lunar illumination might feel like a signal, a warning that something unseen is unfolding. The moon has always been a portal for energy and transformation, but this time, its influence is unpredictable. Something beyond the physical is shifting, and its impact is only beginning to be felt. The unseen influence on the mind and thoughts. The mind, usually a place of order and logic, now feels like a chaotic storm. Thoughts that were once clear and structured are suddenly scattered, making it difficult to focus on even the simplest tasks. The usual flow of reasoning seems disrupted, as if something is interfering with the brain's ability to organize information. Ideas that normally come with ease may feel blocked, while trivial distractions pull attention in multiple directions. Mental fatigue sets in faster than usual, leaving a sense of exhaustion, even without much effort. It is as if the mind is being forced to process something beyond its usual capacity, an invisible current disturbing the natural rhythm of thought. Adding to this mental fog is the unexpected resurgence of old memories. Thoughts of the past, some long buried, are suddenly surfacing without warning. Moments from childhood, past relationships, or unresolved conflicts may come rushing back, demanding attention. It feels as though the mind is reopening old chapters that were never fully closed. Emotions attached to these memories become just as vivid as when they first occurred, making it difficult to separate the past from the present. Some may find themselves caught in nostalgia, longing for a time that no longer exists, while others may feel a need to finally confront and release lingering wounds. This resurfacing is not random. Something in the lunar shift is pulling up these memories, asking for closure before moving forward. As if this mental disruption wasn't enough, emotions are becoming unpredictable, shifting without clear reason. Moments of sudden joy may arise, filling the heart with warmth and optimism, only to be followed by waves of unexplained sadness. These emotional swings are not connected to external events, but seem to be responding to an invisible force. Some may find themselves feeling deeply connected to everything around them, overwhelmed by compassion, while others may feel a strange detachment, as if observing life from a distance. It is almost as if the moon is sending unseen waves of energy that stir emotions like tides, pulling them up and down without warning. This unpredictability makes it difficult to trust personal feelings, as they no longer follow the usual patterns of cause and effect. For those who are spiritually sensitive, the third eye feels unusually active. Intuition is sharper, sometimes to an almost overwhelming degree. Sudden visions, gut feelings, or premonitions may emerge without warning, bringing insights that cannot be logically explained. Some may experience flashes of people, places, or events that feel strangely significant, as if receiving glimpses of something beyond normal perception. This heightened awareness can be both a gift and a burden. On one hand, it brings clarity and deeper understanding, but on the other, it may reveal things not yet meant to be seen. There is a sense of knowing without knowing how, a connection to something unseen, yet undeniably real. Even time itself seems to be behaving differently. Some may notice that the hours stretch endlessly, making the day feel longer than usual, while others may experience time slipping away too quickly, leaving them feeling lost or disconnected. A simple task that should take minutes may feel like it drags on for hours, while important moments seem to vanish in the blink of an eye. This distortion makes it difficult to remain anchored in daily routines, as the usual structure of time no longer feels stable. The more one tries to grasp it, the more elusive it becomes, creating a strange sense of floating between past, present, and future. The mind is being pulled in directions it does not fully understand, caught in an unseen current that is shifting reality itself. How this moon disrupts the body. The body is no longer following its usual rhythm. Energy levels, once predictable, have become erratic, making it difficult to maintain a steady flow throughout the day. One moment, exhaustion presses down like an invisible weight, making even small movements feel like a struggle. The limbs feel heavier, the muscles sluggish, and the mind clouded with drowsiness. Just as quickly, this fatigue vanishes, replaced by an unexpected surge of energy that seems to come from nowhere. The body suddenly feels light, restless, and charged with an intensity that refuses to be ignored. These sudden shifts are disorienting, leaving one unsure whether to rest or act, as the body tries to navigate an invisible force that is pulling it in opposite directions. This internal instability extends outward, affecting how the body interacts with the world. The skin, the body's first line of connection to the environment, has become unusually sensitive. Fabrics that once felt comfortable may now cause irritation, and even the temperature of the air feels more extreme. A slight breeze might send chills down the spine, while warmth that should be comforting feels almost unbearable. The body is reacting as if it is on high alert, processing external sensations with heightened awareness. Even food, which is usually a source of stability, no longer holds the same appeal. Cravings shift without reason. One moment, an intense hunger demands satisfaction, and the next, the mere thought of eating feels unappealing. Foods that were once favorites might now taste too strong or too bland, as the body's internal signals fluctuate in response to an unseen energetic shift. Deep within the skull, pressure builds in unexpected places. Some may feel a weight pressing down on the crown of the head, as if something is trying to push through. Others might experience tingling sensations at the temples or a dull ache at the forehead, as though energy is gathering but unable to release. These pressure points are not random. They seem to align with areas of heightened awareness, places where the body's energy is most active. For some, This sensation may come and go, appearing as a brief pulse of discomfort, while for others, it lingers as a subtle yet persistent presence. This unusual pressure suggests that the body is reacting to an external force, one that is influencing its most sensitive energetic points. The disruption does not stop there. Even sound, something usually easy to ignore, now carries a stronger presence. Background noises that once blended into daily life suddenly feel sharper and more intrusive. The ticking of a clock, the hum of electronics, or the distant sound of traffic may feel overwhelming, as if the ears are picking up on frequencies beyond normal perception. Conversely, moments of silence feel deeper, almost unnatural, as if something unseen is hidden within the stillness. This heightened sensitivity to sound creates an eerie awareness of the surrounding environment, making it harder to find true peace. It is as if the body is instinctively listening for something, sensing a change it does not yet understand. Everything about this moon feels different, and the body is responding in ways that cannot be ignored. The constant shifts in energy, the unpredictable reactions to touch and taste, the pressure building in unexpected places, and the unusual sensitivity to sound, all of it points to a transformation taking place beneath the surface. Whether this is a temporary adjustment or a sign of something greater remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the body is no longer operating on its usual patterns. It is being tuned to a frequency it has not yet learned to understand. Technology and energetic disturbances, something unseen, is pressing against the digital world, creating disruptions that defy explanation. Devices that once operated smoothly now seem unpredictable, their functions interrupted by invisible forces. Phones freeze for no reason. Applications crash without warning, and computers struggle to process even simple tasks. Glitches appear at the worst possible moments. Messages fail to send, videos refuse to load, and screens flicker as if reacting to an unseen pulse. The usual logic behind technology seems to falter, as if the energy surrounding the moon is seeping into circuits and wires, altering their stability. Those who rely on digital tools for work or daily routines may find themselves caught in cycles of frustration, as even the most reliable systems betray them in unexpected ways. This interference does not stop with personal devices. Electrical systems, which should remain unaffected by celestial events, begin behaving strangely. Lights flicker, even in places where power is stable. Some may find that bulbs dim for a moment before returning to full brightness, while others notice a pulsing effect, as if something unseen is passing through the circuits. Streetlights, which normally turn on and off at predictable times, may behave erratically, their glow shifting without any known cause. Even household appliances seem more sensitive. Fans hum at an irregular pace, refrigerators make unfamiliar noises, and televisions display static for a brief moment before returning to normal. The moon's presence, though distant, is sending ripples through the electromagnetic field, touching everything connected to energy. Communication, one of the most crucial aspects of human interaction, is also affected in strange ways. Text messages may take longer to send or never arrive at all. Autocorrect errors, usually minor, may become bizarre, changing words into phrases that make no sense. Emails disappear from inboxes, and calls drop even when the signal is strong. It feels as though something is interfering with the flow of information, twisting words and delaying messages. Conversations that should be simple become tangled, with people misunderstanding each other more often than usual. This energetic interference does not just affect technology. It extends into human connection, causing delays and confusion at a time when clarity is needed most. Strange patterns emerge in artificial intelligence and online algorithms, as if something is subtly influencing the digital realm. Search results seem oddly specific, sometimes reflecting thoughts that were never spoken aloud. Repeated numbers, symbols, or phrases appear across different platforms, as though something is attempting to communicate through hidden codes. Video recommendations shift in an eerie way, pulling people toward content they never searched for. It is as if the energetic shifts from the moon are reaching into the depths of digital consciousness, altering what appears on screens and subtly guiding attention toward unexpected places. Even magnetic fields are not immune to these disturbances. Those who use navigation apps may find that their GPS struggles to lock onto a stable location, shifting directions or showing incorrect routes. Compasses, which should always point north, behave erratically, their needles wavering, as if uncertain of their direction. Simple magnets may feel weaker or, in rare cases, stronger than usual, suggesting that the Earth's natural magnetic balance is fluctuating. This unseen force, working behind the scenes, is more than just a technological glitch. It is a disruption in the very fabric of energy that connects the physical and digital worlds. Something is happening beneath the surface, something that cannot be ignored. The moon's influence is extending beyond the natural world, reaching into the very systems humans depend on. Technology, built on stability and precision, is now caught in an unseen storm. Devices fail without warning, electrical currents pulse with an unnatural rhythm, and even the simplest act of communication becomes tangled in interference. Whether this is a temporary shift or the beginning of something greater remains unknown. But one thing is certain: the moon is no longer just an observer in the sky. It is sending signals, and the entire world, both physical and digital, is feeling its touch. How animals react to the shift. Animals have always been more in tune with the unseen forces of nature, sensing shifts long before humans take notice. With the moon's energy behaving erratically, their instincts are heightened, leading to behaviors that seem strange and even unsettling. Nocturnal creatures in particular appear more active than usual. Dogs howl at odd hours, restless in ways their owners cannot understand. Wolves and coyotes become more vocal, as if calling out to something beyond human perception. In urban areas, stray animals move unpredictably, darting from shadows and pausing as if listening to a silent message in the air. Pets, too, sense the shift, some pacing anxiously while others curl up in corners as if hiding from an unseen presence. Their heightened sensitivity picks up on the energy fluctuations rippling through the world, reacting in ways that defy explanation. Birds, often seen as messengers of the unseen, are displaying unusual flight patterns. Instead of their typical synchronized movements, flocks appear confused. Some scatter wildly, as if startled by an invisible force, while others gather in unexpected places, perching on rooftops or power lines in large numbers. Pigeons, known for their precise navigation, are seen taking erratic turns mid-flight, as if their internal compasses are being scrambled. Even solitary birds like hawks or owls seem to be more visible than usual, watching with a sharp intensity as if waiting for something to unfold. The disturbance in the moon's rhythm is disrupting their deep connection to natural cycles, leaving them navigating an unseen turbulence. Insects, especially moths and certain species of beetles, appear in greater numbers than usual, drawn to sources of light with an almost desperate intensity. Artificial lights, normally a minor attraction to these creatures, now seem to mesmerize them, causing them to cluster in unnatural swarms. Moths flutter against windows and street lamps, following erratic paths that mirror the unstable lunar pull. Fireflies blink in odd rhythms, their glow less predictable than before. Even ants and other ground-dwelling insects display strange patterns, forming unusual trails or appearing in places where they are rarely seen. These small creatures are often the first to react to unseen atmospheric shifts, serving as early indicators of the moon's energetic imbalance. Household pets, known for their deep emotional bonds with their owners, are also displaying unsettling behaviors. Some cats stare into empty spaces, their eyes fixed on something invisible to human sight. Others suddenly jump or hiss at nothing, as if sensing an approaching presence. Dogs, normally eager to be close to their owners, might seem restless, pacing back and forth or whining without a clear cause. Some refuse to enter certain rooms, avoiding areas they were once comfortable in. Others become overly protective, staying close, as if shielding their owners from an unseen force. Even normally playful and affectionate pets may withdraw, preferring to hide or retreat into silence. Their reactions suggest they are experiencing something beyond what humans can perceive, their instincts picking up on a change in the unseen layers of reality. The shift does not only affect land creatures. Marine life is also displaying signs of distress. Along coastlines, reports emerge of fish swimming close to the shore in large numbers, moving in erratic patterns that suggest confusion or agitation. Dolphins, which usually navigate with ease, have been sighted in unusual locations, their presence raising questions about what is altering their instincts. Some fishermen have noticed changes in the usual migratory patterns of sea creatures, with schools of fish avoiding certain waters or gathering in unexpected places. Even in controlled environments, such as aquariums, marine animals seem to be reacting, swimming restlessly, refusing to eat, or displaying behaviors typically reserved for times of environmental stress. Animals, guided by instincts that have existed for millennia, are responding to something beyond human understanding. Their reactions serve as warnings, subtle signals that something has shifted in the unseen forces that shape life on Earth. Whether pacing, howling, flying in chaotic patterns, or staring at unseen presences, they are witnessing an energetic disruption that is not yet fully understood. While humans may dismiss these behaviors as coincidences, the animal kingdom is already aware something about the moon has changed, and the natural world is bracing for what comes next. Physical spaces feeling different. There is an undeniable shift in the way physical spaces feel, as if the air itself carries an unseen weight. Some places that were once neutral or comforting may suddenly feel heavy, making it difficult to stay in them for long. Walking into certain rooms might bring an unexplained sense of pressure, like an invisible force pressing down on the body. The atmosphere feels thick, as though energy is accumulating rather than flowing freely. In some cases, it can manifest as a sudden wave of exhaustion, a tightening in the chest, or an unshakable feeling of being watched. These sensations do not stem from anything physical. Rather, they are signs that the environment is holding on to energies that have not yet found release. Objects within these spaces are also reacting differently, as if absorbing the surrounding energy in ways that were not noticeable before. Jewelry, especially those made of natural materials like silver, gold, or gemstones, may feel warmer or heavier when touched. Crystals, long known for their energetic properties, may seem to vibrate subtly or feel unusually cold even when kept in warm surroundings. Some people may find themselves drawn to certain items without understanding why, while others might feel repelled by objects they once cherished. Even furniture and household items seem to carry an imprint of the recent energy shifts, giving off an unspoken resonance that either soothes or unsettles. Mirrors, long associated with the unseen, are also behaving strangely. Some may notice that their reflection appears slightly different, sharper, more intense, or almost as if there is an added depth behind their own image. At times, it might feel as though something is shifting just beyond the glass, an illusion that disappears the moment one focuses on it. Others may sense an odd movement in the background, a fleeting shadow, or a distortion that wasn't there before. It's as if the veil between dimensions is thinner, allowing glimpses of something usually hidden from human sight. This can be unsettling, yet it also serves as a reminder that reality is layered, and during times of lunar instability, those layers may momentarily overlap. For those who visit sacred spaces, whether it be a church, temple, meditation room, or even a quiet nature spot, the energy in these places feels amplified. The usual peace they provide becomes more intense, as if the space itself is charged with an unseen force. Meditation in these locations may feel deeper, prayers may seem to carry more weight, and moments of stillness bring unexpected clarity. These spaces act like energetic beacons, drawing in those who seek balance and offering a heightened sense of connection. The air in these places might feel different, lighter, cleaner, or vibrating with a subtle hum that was never noticed before. It is as if the universe itself is speaking through these locations, offering guidance to those who are listening. Even the material world seems to be reacting in strange ways. Some may hear more frequent creaking of floors, as if the foundation of their home is adjusting to an unseen shift. Doors, even those that were well-oiled and secure, might creak more than usual or swing slightly on their own. These small disturbances may seem insignificant, but they carry a message. Energy is moving through the space, altering the way physical structures respond. In some cases, objects that have been in one place for years may suddenly fall without warning, as if pushed by an invisible force. Others may find that certain areas in their home or workplace feel off, making them hesitate before stepping into them. Everything in the physical world is a reflection of the unseen, and when the moon's energy is unstable, the effects ripple outward. What was once still now carries movement. What was once familiar now feels foreign. The spaces where people live, work, and rest are no longer just backgrounds to daily life. They are speaking, shifting, and revealing the silent influence of forces beyond the ordinary. Those who are sensitive to energy will notice these changes most, but even those who don't typically pay attention to such things may start feeling that something is different. The world is not the same as it was just days ago, and every room, every object, every reflection is quietly telling the story of this transformation. Cosmic downloads and messages in the moon's light. The moon's light has always carried a mystical presence, but under this shift, it seems to hold something more, something unseen, yet deeply felt. Some may find themselves staring at the moon for longer than usual, unable to look away, as if being drawn in by an invisible force. The glow itself seems different, shifting in ways that are hard to explain. Some may notice halos, flickers, or even faint geometric shapes appearing in its radiance, as though coded messages are being woven into the light. These subtle visual changes aren't just illusions, they are reflections of a greater energy transmission taking place. It's as if the universe is using the moon as a beacon, projecting symbols and frequencies that interact directly with the subconscious mind. During this time, thoughts may begin to loop in unusual ways. Certain words, phrases, or ideas might repeat themselves in the mind without reason. These thoughts feel different from normal overthinking. They don't stem from anxiety or stress, but rather seem to appear out of nowhere. It may feel as if an idea is being planted, as if an unseen force is trying to direct attention towards something important. These messages can come in the form of sudden insights, unexplained knowing, or even words that don't quite make sense at first. They are not random. They are downloads, pieces of information delivered directly into human consciousness. Those who trust their intuition may recognize these as spiritual guidance, clues leading them toward the next step in their journey. This energetic transmission doesn't just stay within the mind, it demands expression. Many people may suddenly feel an overwhelming urge to create, as if something inside them is pushing to be released. Writers might find themselves scribbling words faster than they can process. Musicians may be flooded with melodies, and artists might feel an unexplained pull to paint or draw. Even those who don't usually create may find themselves doodling, humming, or writing down phrases without fully understanding why. This is not just a random burst of creativity, it is the subconscious processing the cosmic downloads, turning energy into form. The act of creation becomes a way to translate what is being received, a bridge between the unseen and the tangible. Beyond creative expression, the connection between minds is also shifting. Telepathic moments are becoming more frequent, and those who are attuned to energy will notice it first. Thinking about someone just before they call, knowing exactly what a person is going to say before they speak, or even feeling another's emotions as if they were one's own. These experiences are intensifying. The barriers between individual minds are becoming thinner, allowing thoughts and emotions to be shared in ways that defy logic. This is not just coincidence. It is a sign that human consciousness is evolving, adjusting to the new frequencies being downloaded through the moon's light. For those who are sensitive, this period may feel overwhelming, as if the mind is working at a higher speed than usual. Rest may be difficult, as the brain continues processing information even in sleep. Some may experience vivid dreams packed with symbols, messages, or even conversations with beings they do not recognize. Others may wake up with a deep sense of knowing, as if answers were given to them overnight. This is the nature of cosmic downloads. They bypass the usual ways of learning and instead implant wisdom directly into the soul. What is being received now may not make sense immediately, but over time, the meaning will reveal itself in unexpected ways. The moon is more than just a celestial body. It is a transmitter of knowledge, a reflector of energy, and a messenger of transformation. In its shifting light, hidden truths are being revealed, new understandings are being delivered, and those who are willing to listen will receive what they need. There is no need to force anything. Just observe, absorb, and trust that the information coming through is meant to align with a higher purpose. The final warning: what this moon is preparing us for the moon's current instability is not just a passing phase, it is a signal, a warning of something greater on the horizon. Its erratic energy is not random, it is a precursor, a ripple before the wave. Those who are paying attention can feel it deep in their bones, an unshakable sense that something is about to shift in a way that cannot be ignored. The universe does not send signals without purpose, and this lunar disturbance is a clear message. A major transformation is approaching, and the world is being prepared for it. What is unfolding now is only the beginning. The energy fluctuations, the strange occurrences, the heightened sensitivity, these are merely the first wave of a much larger movement. The moon is acting as a messenger, reflecting cosmic forces that are still gathering strength. It is as if the universe is slowly turning the dial, increasing the frequency, preparing humanity for the next stage of this transition. Those who assume this is the peak of the shift are mistaken. The true surge is yet to come, and when it does, it will leave no aspect of life untouched. For those who are already tuned into these changes, spiritual awareness is accelerating at an unprecedented rate. Intuition is sharpening, and manifestations are happening faster. Thoughts and emotions are translating into reality with astonishing speed, making it crucial to remain conscious of what energy one is putting out. The veil between the seen and unseen is thinner than ever, and those who are aware of this will find themselves receiving guidance, visions, or even sudden inner knowing about what is coming next. The signs are everywhere for those willing to see them, but only those who trust their intuition will be able to fully comprehend their significance. However, this shift is not just about personal growth. It is a test for the entire collective. Emotional triggers are intensifying, and chaos is rising to the surface. Relationships are being strained, hidden truths are being exposed, and the world itself seems to be on edge. This is not accidental. The universe is shaking loose everything that is misaligned, forcing people to confront what they have been avoiding. Those who cling to old patterns, who refuse to acknowledge the change, will find themselves caught in cycles of confusion and frustration. But those who embrace the shift, who allow the transformation to unfold, will find themselves moving with the current instead of against it. Navigating this period smoothly requires preparation, not in the sense of physical survival, but in the sense of energetic and emotional stability. The key is not to resist, but to flow. When the wind changes direction, those who fight it will be thrown off balance, but those who adjust their sails will ride the momentum forward. The same is true for this energetic shift. Grounding, centering, and aligning with this new frequency is essential. Fear and resistance will only make the transition more difficult, but trust and adaptability will turn it into a doorway of immense growth. The moon's message is clear. A great wave of change is approaching, and now is the time to prepare. This is not about fear, but awareness. Those who recognize what is happening will have the advantage, not because they will be spared from the shift, but because they will know how to move with it. The universe is offering a choice. Either struggle against the inevitable or align with it and emerge stronger. The time for hesitation is over. The next phase is already unfolding, and only those who are truly ready will be able to meet it with clarity, wisdom, and strength.